Welcome back, guys. This video, we're gonna kind of go over all our winter projects and plans and whatnot. So since we're here, we'll go ahead and talk about Tanner's real quick. So his is gonna stay here for winter, and we're gonna do a few things to it. It's gonna be a little tricky, but I think we'll be able to get it done. So basically with his, we're not gonna do the whole build this year. Between time constraint and finances, it's a lot better to just go ahead and do it in stages. So this year he's just going to get a 3.5 swap, and we're going to put all his performance parts on it. So his whole top end's going to go on there, the cam, the rockers, everything we have that's aftermarket we'll put on, I think, except the injectors. We'll go ahead and probably leave the injectors alone. I'll have to do some deciding there because being a 99, he has 19-pound injectors, so we'll have to see how that works out. We may have to revisit and do injectors later. But anyway, a couple other things we'll do is he wants to do a big brake swap up front. So we'll do that, and we'll actually do a video along with that for you guys. So we'll do a comparison / install video to kind of help you guys with visuals. Along with that, just want to revisit the whole brake system in general. And I have to finish the e-brake cables in the back. Still braided brake lines to replace the rubber pieces, so we'll do that. So with the 3.5, and instead of the whole turbo setup, I figured this year that way he has some kind of upgrade. We're gonna go ahead and throw the S&S headers that I have sitting on the shelf on there. The bonus side with that is his exhaust actually will bolt right up to it, so we have to do no exhaust work, just bolts right up. We have new headlights for him. These are going to be gone here. Probably by the time you guys see this video, those will be gone because I already have them up for sale. Interior wise, we're going to work on start to swap some of the gray stuff over. As we find stuff, we'll keep swapping it over. And then we're going to do like his gauges. He's got, I believe, 4 gauges, which we have a 3 gauge pod now that we traded with another member, and so we'll have 3 on the pillar. We have a Millsy, the gauge holder, or the vent holder, so, and then one there, and then his air fuel is more of a digital readout, so we got to figure that out. That won't be hooked up because the bung is in the turbo downpipe. So we're going to run everything that way it's ready to go. The goal is as much as we can do now without spending too much time. That way when it comes time to do the rest of the build, we can just, it'll just be pull the motor, put it aside, do everything else, put the motor in, and be done, and go straight to, driving and tuning. He has a Casper's fan wiring kit, so we're going to throw that in, and he has a red top to go in there. I told him either way the red top's going to be in the car, but I believe for now we'll just do it up front because he's interested in getting the relocate done, but I told him we can do it really at any time. That's a weekend job. Pretty much all we're going to do with Tanner's this year, just to keep it simple. So that probably won't happen until after the first of the year. Hopefully that'll be gone, so that'll help with space, but the less movement, the better. So that's Tanner's plan. And I think from there, we're just going to go ahead and head over to the garage, and we'll talk about the black car. Okay, so here's the black car. Snuggled in. I do need to clean it up a little bit. But anyway, so what we're doing with this car for this winter, really small things. So I don't even see. So I got the bigger sway bars here, the speed built sway bars that we're gonna put in. And then while we're under there doing the rear sway bar, I've been meaning to adjust my parking brake. I never did, so it just barely works. And then my sway bars are going on Tanner's car. I got another shifter. Enthusiast got it for me from a junkyard. it's in better shape, so I'm gonna fix mine with parts from it. So hopefully everything will be up to par as far as that goes. I believe the transmission fluid may be low, so I'm gonna go through and do that too. So with the electrical too, I finally got a breaker that I'm gonna put on the main power wire that heads up to the front. Couple reasons behind that. One, for protection, obviously, and another good one is like during the wintertime like this, if I'm not taking the battery out, I can just pop the breaker and shut off the power so it doesn't sit there and draw all winter. We also have to get underneath and replace the O2 sensor for the wideband because it apparently has failed. It doesn't like boost. It's weird. It worked fine until you go under boost and it pegs. So whatever. It's just a standard Bosch sensor. So throw another one in there. Keep on trucking. Under the hood, really nothing. If I get some time where I'm just sitting here staring, I may do some cleaning up. But one thing I am going to do is this main front piece. I'm going to try to clean these two pieces up a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is move the MAF to right here at this connection and then just do one long piece versus this extra connection here. I'm also going to work on making a bracket that'll hold that a little more secure. That's really it under the hood. At some point in the future, it's no real rush since he's not doing the swap this year, but I do have my turbo here to put back on. That's pretty much it. I wanted to keep it simple this year. As you'll see, obviously Tanner's car is getting more attention, and then actually Albert's car is going to be getting quite a bit of attention this year. So we'll talk about those here in a second. One other thing I may do, I don't want to officially say it, but I think I've seen enough interest in it, and I guess it wouldn't hurt to upgrade it. Other enthusiasts pointed out that there is basically a 2-core radiator, which if you've seen ours, it's like less than 1. It's tiny. I may grab one of those and swap it, do a comparison video for you guys. We'll see how funds play out. I don't need it. Everything on this car functions just how it should. I think next we're gonna hit Brad's. Yeah, so let's see what's up with the Camaro. Never get tired of seeing this thing. Alright, so the beauty queen. The OG, Triple G Camaro. So he's keeping it simple this year. He got a rear end built. So it's nice and fresh. And it'll be a disc conversion. So that won't be too bad to get that put in there. His carb needs something. Something's up with it. And so it's a brawler. And carb wouldn't run right, so we tried Albert's carb and it ran fine. So I don't know if it needs rebuilt or if he needs to get a new one. Not sure. We're gonna have to look into different options. So outside of those two things, I'm going to redo some wiring on his fan setup because I liked where I was going with it, but I'm not too happy with it, and it's not working out too well. So I'm going to try a different setup with that, plus a new switch panel for everything. So really outside of that, he mentioned a couple other things, which, I'll just keep a little bit of surprise on some stuff, but until he decides. That's pretty much it for this car this year, which is great to hear because it means it really doesn't need anything fixed. So hopefully next year we can get the carb thing figured out and he can actually drive it, because that's been carb alone has kept this car in the garage for months now. So yeah, outside of that, we just got to talk about Albert's. So we all stay busy, and I wasn't able to get over to Albert's house to get video of the actual car and talk about it. So we'll just chat real quick about it. If you don't remember, here's a picture of his car. He also has a 3rd gen Camaro. And basically for this year, it's a bigger project, but it's simple.
It's either going to be a whole built motor that he buys to toss in, or grabbing parts and we'll just build the one he has. Either way, it's a small block, so it's not that big of a deal. It's an easy car to work on. And then if budget prevails, he wants to revisit his exhaust setup. But that's pretty much it. His car ran great this year for what little that we did drive. Other than that, next is Brad's car. Since this guy's done, I'm just doing a couple little tedious things, some cleaning just to make it look real nice. Get this guy off to its new owner hopefully here soon. That'll empty up a bay here. If we need to, we have a space to work on our either dailies or whatever. That's all I have for this one. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.